So I'm checking my phone to make sure that I am in fact live, and it looks like it works. Yay! All right, so I'm here. I'm finally doing this. Very excited. Let me get.
So I'm checking my phone to make sure that
you guys are probably going to hear that. Let me mute my phone. But I want to make sure that I get the comments and that I can read all of you today. Let's see who joins us. Let me go ahead and get my other camera screen up. Clear this out. So I'm actually trying out this this new program. This is all new to me, and I really like it. I like the way that it's showing up on my phone. I like how you can see my hands, and you'll be able to see the cards once I start reading. So that will be nice. Who wants to get read tonight? Hey, Leanie. Good to see you.
Who wants to get read tonight?
All right, I'm going to have to find a way to mute this on my phone, but also still see your comments. So bear with me as I am learning.
I'm going to have to find a way to mute this on my phone, but also still see.
All right, Leanie, you're the first one on. I see more people joining. Wonderful. Please do share the live. It's the only thing that I ask for, to go ahead and read you. Feel free to type in your questions when you're ready. I'm doing well, Leanie. Thank you. How are you? Do you have any questions for me? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Would you like to be read, Leanie? Go ahead and share the live and type in your questions. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine. Beautiful name. Yeah, it's a free reading, of course. All of my readings are free. I only ask that you share the live. I'll see a share by your name and just ask you questions. General reading. All right, Leanie, sounds good. Did you go ahead and share the live? Oh, I got to move the mic. I can't see all the comments here. Okay, Jasmine, you want to know what's coming for you in love. Okay, so you're currently single, looks like. You like the video? Okay, great. Please do share it. I'll start with Leanie. Let's take a look at the energies that currently surround you, Leanie. So we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse. We've got the Fool in reverse. We also have Judgment here. First couple of cards in reverse are likely internalized energies. You may feel like you need to start new, or perhaps you started something new. It could go either way here. But it's left you've had to do a lot of work here. It's left you tired. I mean, I see the Tower card. Okay, you probably went through something very difficult recently. You're probably still in that energy. You're feeling like maybe you're being judged, or perhaps this is karma or some kind of karmic consequence, or you're feeling that perhaps you're, paying your dues. We've got the 8 of Wands here in reverse. So this is a time of a lot of change and transformation. And it's going to come at you kind of fast. It's probably going to be uncomfortable. But I do see that ultimately it looks like things are going to turn around as you. Oh, thank you, Leanie. You shared it. Great. Thank you very much. But the 10 of Pentacles here, you can't expect to have a great amount of success in the things that you're looking to manifest for yourself, particularly in the areas of like family, longevity, legacy. 10 of Pentacles could also speak to finances. Perhaps you're going through some things there. I see the 3 of Wands. Looks like, honestly, you've done some planning, or you need to do some planning, a little bit more analysis, but you actually need to take the actions. You need to move forward, okay? So don't be afraid to pursue what this 10 of Pentacles means to you. And Knight of Swords here in reverse, I do feel that this is a very fertile time, okay, to start taking some of those actions. But you just have to be careful not to rush into things without first giving them some thought, okay? Because the Knight of Swords energy can be a little act now, think later kind of an energy, all right? But with the High Priestess here, really do tap into your intuition, okay? That's going to help guide you. Hope that's helpful, Leanie. Let me know what resonates, what doesn't, and if you have any additional questions. So Jasmine, your question came in next. You want to know what's coming in for you for your love life. Sherry, your question, thank you. Go ahead and hit share the live, please, and thank you, so that I can go ahead and read you. Your question is, what about Ramos? That's a person, I assume. Jasmine, these cards here are for you. I'm seeing the 4 of Wands reverse. I'm seeing the 2 of Wands. I'm also seeing the Emperor. Okay, so there's someone here, it looks like, or an energy that is either present or could be present very soon with the Emperor here in the reverse. But this could be somebody that's extremely just stern, someone that isn't very flexible, okay? Whereas I do feel that this Page of Wands energy probably represents more of who you are, maybe a bit more of a dynamic energy. I mean, with so many wands here in your spread, there's a lot of creativity, passion, kind of a fire energy. You could be a fire sign, okay? But, the Emperor, in comparison to these other cards, these other energies, kind of is like a sticking point. It doesn't really kind of blend, doesn't really meld. Perhaps this person could, however, bring you a little bit more structure, a little bit more, rules, regulations, a little bit more containment. I'm not sure if that's the best word. I don't even like that word as much, but it could be someone that could ultimately give you a little bit more grounding. Okay. So if you lack some of that, or if you think you may need some of that, you could be kind of manifesting some of that and bringing some of that in. I'm just seeing your comment. Is it bad news? No, it's not bad news. It's just a possibility of what may, come around the corner for you in terms of your love life. I mean, again, with the 2 of Cups card here, there's a little bit of like a soulmate energy potentially, and we have many soulmates. Okay, I'm not talking about happily ever after necessarily. We could have soulmate type connections or relationships with pets, with friends, with family members. Okay, these are people that we choose to reincarnate with in lifetime after lifetime, in different roles and in different types of connections and relationships to continue to learn from each other for purposes of soul development. But it's very possible that you may move into a kind of relationship or romantic connection, some kind of, love-based experience with somebody that embodies this energy of the Emperor. He could be a slightly older man, honestly, older than you. We've got the 10 of Swords here. We've got the Lovers again. I think that this relationship, because of some of those differences between his energy and your energy and the way you guys carry yourselves, it could cause a little bit of, butting heads sometimes, a little bit of strife, disconnection. But with the Lovers card, I mean, you're going to have to decide either you want to move forward with this or not when it does present itself. But I think it could be a beautiful thing. It could be a good learning experience. Yeah, with the 8 of Cups in the reverse, making changes, walking away from things that don't serve you, even if everything is okay. Okay, so it just looks like you ultimately will need to be making a decision, because the Lovers a lot of times does speak to decision making as well. Jasmine, you said prison. I didn't mention anything about prison. No. Is it coming soon? Yes, it does seem like it's coming soon because it was one of the first cards pulled in the first spread. So yes, this potential love connection is coming soon. Okay, Jasmine, you said that you are a Libra. I mean, that makes sense. Wands energy. Okay. You're so welcome, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you have any more questions, let me know. Queen Anna, thank you for joining. And thank you. I'm glad you like my setup. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask, lovely. Please do share the live. That's all that I'm asking everyone that is watching. Oh, thank you, Leanie. Right on the nail with that reading. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad that it resonates and it was helpful. Oh, now these comments are starting to scroll a little faster. I hope that I could keep up. This is my first live, okay? So, Lisa, very beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. Jasmine, you love my makeup? Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Well, so her name is Sarah. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook. I can post her information on the White Table Tarot page. I'll just @ her or something. I don't know if she travels. I don't know if you're local, but I will make sure to provide her information because she is just wonderful. She really is. I did a photo shoot today. She did my makeup for that photo shoot, and she does my makeup about once a month because I do photo shoots about once a month. So thank you, Queen Anna. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you for sharing. If you have any questions, make sure to go ahead and put them in the chat. I haven't forgotten about you sharing these comments. They may not look super fast to y'all, but they're fast to me because I'm looking at this and now I'm looking at different things. So you said, what about Ramos? I'm assuming that's a person, honey. Let's take a look. You got 6 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Ace of Swords. You've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be a longtime friend of yours. This could be somebody that you have a past with. This could be somebody that, you may have had some kind of romantic relationship in the past. Could be a potential soulmate as well, a little bit of soulmate energy. But it looks like what I'm getting is there was some back and forth or some disconnection. Things weren't always flowing. I don't think if this is a romantic connection, Sherry, I don't think it's necessarily going to go anywhere with this 10 of Pentacles here in reverse, or it would be very difficult to get to that point just because of all of this Swords energy. There's too much mental going on. There's too much analysis, too much thinking, too much energy in the head and not enough in the heart as it relates to whatever type of connection it is you have with this Ramos person. 8 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, knife. Ooh, I be saying things sometimes and it's meant to come out the way that it came out. Knife. Okay? You know that the swords, I'm seeing feathers. I'm hearing feathers. Feathers a lot of times, swords, knives, they all represent the same kind of energy. Again, mental energy. I don't know why feathers keeps coming up, but could also be triggered by the imagery in these cards. It's just something that really stood out. Is there like a flight or fight response? Maybe. Somebody's trying to dip, somebody's trying to run, somebody's trying to go somewhere. Somebody lacks grounding. That's what I keep hearing, okay? But this is causing somebody here a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Somebody here feels like a victim. Somebody here isn't happy, okay? Somebody's waiting for a communication, or somebody wants to communicate, or there's some kind of communication problem as well. That's just flooding through. That's what I keep hearing with all of this swords energy. So let's take a look. Tower in the reverse. Someone's afraid of the changes that could come, or like very strong experiences that could result within this relationship, this kind of connection, whoever this individual is for you. You've got the moon here in the reverse, so there's secrets, secrecy, keeping things in the chest, not sharing, close hold, Four of Swords in the reverse, the Fool in the reverse. Yeah, so I'm feeling like lack of hope, needing for a lot of rest, like a reset, whether that's for you or whether it's for this person. The Emperor, rigidity. Oh, thank you, Sherry. You love my background? Wonderful. So, Sherry, you said yes. I'm feeling this is resonating, but I don't know if you're saying yes to something else. Get you some rest. You got the Three of Cups here in the reverse. This is not a very joyous connection or like a feeling. Somebody here is not feeling happy. Like I already said, there's just no joy. No, Sherry, this isn't it. I want to see more for you. You deserve better. All right, Lisa. Did you share? Hopefully everyone is sharing. I need to look at my phone real quick. Yeah, the comments aren't showing on my phone. Thankfully, they're showing here on my desktop. All right, so Lisa, you would like to know about your love life. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad that it resonates and that it's helpful. Yes, move on, because that ain't it. You deserve better. I want to see better for you. Lisa, you'd love to know about Michael. You want to know about your love life. Okay, so I always like to look at the energies that currently surround people right now and then take a look at what may come. So I've got the Six of Swords here in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. I've got Death or Rebirth here in the reverse. So you're going through changes. You're going through some kind of transformation. At the heart of the matter, I do feel that you're okay. With the Queen of Pentacles, you could be a single mom, or you could currently be single, but strong, really seated in your throne. Like you're okay. Even if you're not, living in riches. And, when I say you're okay, I mean that you're solid, you're grounded, you're in pretty good shape. You've got the Four of Wands. You have, again, a good foundation, good solid foundation. However, while this is who you are inside, and this is kind of your baseline and who you are, I'm seeing these other energies kind of around you, surrounding you. These are energies that touch on change for the most part. Six of Swords is about discernment. It's about making decisions. It's about choosing to walk away from things, tumultuous things. You have this death or rebirth in the reverse. You could be resisting making some decision. You've got the Magician here in the reverse, so feeling kind of stuck, possibly things maybe not progressing or working as you would like. Perhaps with this individual, you've got the Star, you've got Knight of Wands, you've got the Hierophant, a lot of major arcana energy. So this is a moment with a lot of intensity right now, currently. I mean, we are in Mercury retrograde. We also have other things going on that could be adding to that intensity. You could be someone that is affected by these movements, more so than others. And you've got Justice here in the reverse as well. Let me shuffle again. You want something serious with this person? I'm seeing some conflict here between the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands specifically. Somebody here may be a little bit more committed or wanting something more seriously than the other. Someone could be patiently waiting. Got the Ace of Cups here in the reverse. We've got Justice in reverse. So yeah, like waiting for something to take place. You know, with the Hierophant and the Justice, perhaps there's marriage, maybe a conversation around marriage. Maybe that's something that somebody wants and the other one hasn't quite gotten to that point yet. Because with the Nine of Swords, this is something that's keeping one or the other up. Somebody's, you know, their head is full of thoughts around this, potentially anxiety. Ace of Cups here in the reverse. Someone needs to pour more into themselves first before being able to move forward in this connection. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, someone here has a lot of hope because I'm seeing that with the Ace of Wands. I'm also seeing that with the Star. So it's kind of like a repetitive theme. Some of the same messaging is coming up. Someone here is being called to love themselves. That's what I keep hearing. You've got the Three of Pentacles. Perhaps you work with this person or you want to work with this person, or the message here is to continue to work through things. And that's what I'm getting. Hope that that was helpful. Hope that that resonates. Okay, Prachi, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Welcome, welcome. Please go ahead and share the live and ask any questions that you may have. Oh, Queen, I almost missed you. Will you reach your goal by the end of the year? All right, so let's take a look at what's going on for you. Remind me, you're an earth sign too. So I have to say something. Some astrologers say that there's only 3 retrogrades this year. I kind of view it as 4 because the 4th one, or the first one as I see it, actually started in December and ran through January of this year. And in 2023, earth signs are the most affected. And the next one's coming up in August, and I think it lands directly in Virgo, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Sagittarius or Virgo. Sagittarius is the only sign that that is not an earth sign that will be kind of at the heart of one of the retrogrades later this year. But because those retrogrades have this polishing effect, and because it's going to impact earth signs the most, we are the ones that are going to also gain the most by the end of the year. 2023 is very, 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 very auspicious for earth signs this year, actually. So I would say, without even looking at the cards, that yes, I'm sure you will. And just knowing what I do know about you, yes, I think you'll definitely make it work. You are certainly a power manifester. I'm seeing the 10 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Temperance, King of Wands here. Just looking at the progression, all right, and it ending here with the King of Wands. You know, kings speak to, and not just the kings, but all of the court cards speak to levels of maturity and levels of progression, levels of development in things and in projects. And this being the last card here in the spread and it being a king tells me that the project that you're working on will have quite a bit of progress. It will reach like a stage of maturity, if that makes sense, in comparison to like a page or a knight or a queen. You know, the king is the most solid kind of energy. King being king of wands, this is very much related to creativity, passion, fire, energy. There's spirituality behind a lot of that creativity and that passion and that fire as well. So I think that the King of Wands is a very beautiful card. But with the 10 of Cups here, really signifying like that fulfillment, that kind of, it's even better than the 9 of Cups, which is like the wish fulfillment card. You know, the 10 of Cups is having brought this completion to something, experiencing this completion, and then being able to move forward with something new. Or maybe you're wanting to build or add on to whatever you've worked on. So that's a very, very good card. The 7 of Cups and Temperance, though, I always like to look at the middle cards kind of last as kind of like heart of the matter type of cards. This is part of how I read. And with the 7 of Cups and with Temperance, you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have a lot of different paths. You need to take your time to carefully choose, just because not all of these cups have the best contents within them, right? To be able to make those decisions with a clear head and in a way that is going to result in success, you need to have a lot of patience with self. You need to make sure that you're grounded. Temperance is about having literally a foot on the ground as well as a foot in the river, in the water, in the flow of things. Transformation, movement, creativity, but also still being able to stay grounded by not allowing yourself to get swept away by that current. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you're taking your time to think through things. I mean, you've got the 7 of Cups, which is very much like a water element kind of energy card, and you've got Temperance. You've got the Hermit here in the reverse. You've got the Knight of Wands. You've got the Page of Swords here in reverse. I think it's totally normal. I see the Tower here in the reverse. I think it's normal to fear change and to have some fear around doing something different. I mean, shit, I'm here. Like, I'm live for the first time doing tarot. So I completely understand just being, hesitating a little bit, and that's normal, but I'm seeing the Hermit here. So you can't remain within. Does that make sense? Like, you can't remain completely wrapped up within and not actually come out, and really like shine and really put yourself out there. I mean, you got to do it. 2023 is the year. I mean, I said it for myself. I'm a Taurus as well. So I said, yeah, it's time to do this. And you've got the Knight of Wands. So again, another card that speaks to just having a lot of energy, a lot of creativity, a lot of passion, sticking to your passion, sticking to your reasons. Stick to your reasons for doing what it is that you're doing, because those reasons are going to outlive your motivation, is going to keep you going. All right. And with the Page of Swords here, Pages is all about, the beginning of things, like I said, along the lines of development, along the lines of maturity. So it's a really great time with the Page of Swords specifically to leverage like social media, get online. I know you work with or online, right? And online tools and that kind of thing. And this is just a very fertile kind of time to go ahead and do that. There may be something that you're not doing that you're thinking about doing online, whether it's a new tool, a new approach, a new method. I'm not sure. And this is telling you to go ahead and do that. So I hope that that's helpful. I'm going to pull a couple of quick cards. 5 of Swords, 2 of Wands here in the reverse. Yeah, so you may need to do a little bit more planning, writing stuff down, for example. But the 2 of Wands is also about keeping an eye out, looking further out, looking into the great beyond, looking out into the horizon, the sunset, whatever, and allowing kind of like that inspiration to come in, all right? So that you can work through, I'm going to kind of put this, hopefully you see that with the 5 of Swords, so you can work through any kind of, cameras. All right. So you can work through what he's feeling. He's just like, oh, so that you can work through that. Really make sure that you continue to tap into the energy of the wands. All right. I hope that was helpful, that resonates. All right. Prachi, I don't want to miss you. I hope you shared the live. Please share the live. You're saying your health is not good. Your married life is not good. Your sign is a Virgo. And so what is the question? Is this just a general reading, Prachi? You're so welcome. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen Anna. Okay, so we've got Justice. We've got the Wheel. We've got the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I can see that you are experiencing some difficulties. At the heart of the matter, you've got the Wheel here. This is a huge, major arcana card. Okay, it could be karmic. Okay, it could also just be your station in life at the moment and something that you need to go through, something you need to live through, something you need to experience, some kind of learning lesson. Again, thinking about karma, things like that. But the good news is that it is upright. This will pass. You will get past this. You've got the Three of Cups here in the reverse. So right now you may not feel much joy. You may not feel like this is a time to rejoice because you're going through some difficulties. You've got Justice here, however, okay? I'm hearing that you are protected. You are surrounded. There's something that you believe in, and you need to make sure that you are doing whatever it is that you need to do to connect with that. Whatever you believe in, if you've got an altar, ancestors, if you've got something like that, I'm hearing that you need to get on it. You need to reconnect with that. That's what's going to help you, but you are protected. Okay, you've got some kind of guardian or something like that. You've got the Magician. You have everything that you need. You have all of the tools within you to make change. You're in control of this. You've got the High Priestess. Again, a lot of intuition, a lot of power in this card. And you've got a lot of major arcana here. So let me tell you all something about major arcana. Because out of the 5 cards here, 4 of them are major arcana. I mean, that's pretty significant. Okay? This is the higher powers, whatever you believe in. Usually your, spirit guides, your angels. That's them talking to you. And a lot of times, not only are they talking to you, when you have this much major arcana, they're taking over. They're like literally stepping in. And sometimes we feel like we're being punished or stuff is happening to us. Nothing is happening to us. Things are happening for us. Okay? So I know that it can be difficult when everything feels like it's falling apart. It could be difficult to really see that. So again, the Empress, another major arcana card. Make sure to take care of yourself. There's going to be some change. There's going to be something, some sort of new beginning. If it's not a full-on pregnancy, I love this card. This card has a lot to do with abundance, has a lot to do with change, has a lot to do with things changing, turning around, new beginnings, this kind of thing. And with the Six of Pentacles, there's, I keep hearing, some kind of, again, it could be karmic, the Six of Pentacles, this is about balance. Something here is not right. Something here needs to be balanced, placed on some kind of balance. All right. It could also be some kind of incongruence, okay, in terms of give and take. Think about that, see how that resonates. Perhaps you're putting too much of yourself out there and you're not getting much in return. With the Seven of Swords here in the reverse, maybe you're dealing with some kind of, doesn't always have to be heartbreak, but either you lack strategy or you feel that there isn't enough like strategy in your life, like direction in your life, and you need to work on that some more. Or you could also be on the receiving end of just a lot of difficulties around like betrayals, backstabbing, gossip, things like that, okay? So there could be some of that going around as well. We have the King of Wands here in reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Is there some kind of, I get the energy of like a third person, third party getting involved, like verbally, maybe vocally saying things. Could be like a family member. King of Wands here in the reverse. So again, a lot of, or rather a lack of, insufficient passion, creativity, fiery energy. Temperance here in the reverse. Having to reconnect again. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, walking away from things that aren't working. You know, with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles specifically is about mastery. With this in the reverse, and with any card in the reverse, a lot of times we need to consider the lessons of the card that comes before it to be able to turn that card upright and get past things, move along in our lives. And the Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It's about karmic cycles a lot of time. It's about redoing things over and over and over until we learn. All right. There's something here that perhaps you haven't learned, something you haven't reconciled with, something that you might find yourself repeating. It could be patterns, could be words, you know, the way you speak or the way that you are allowed or you are allowing, others to like speak with you, approach you. There's just something that I keep seeing, I keep hearing something that's happening over and over and over again. And that's the lesson. The lesson is in the struggle, right? That's what needs to be learned. That's what needs to be reconciled with so that you can kind of find a way out of it. Okay, you're going to need a lot of patience. But with Temperance here, again, I'm hearing you need to reconnect with something, whether it's your guardian angels, your ancestors, something. You have some kind of support network and you need to reconnect with that. All right, so I'm hoping that that was helpful and that resonates. Let me know if you have any additional questions. God bless you too, Prachi. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. The what message your guardian angel has for you? Everything that I just said, that was the message. Thank you, Chrissy. Hey, welcome. Of course, the list is always open as long as I am live. Oh, you subscribed to my channel. Awesome. I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook, and I'm going live on both of them at the same time with this new cool software. So that's great. Awesome. If you are on Facebook, I'm only asking that you share the live so that I can continue to grow and continue to serve the audience and the people that are coming in for questions. All right, I'm going to scroll back a little bit, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Chrissy, I just saw hello, who is coming towards me in love. Okay, but I think I missed. Oh, I did something. Hold on, give me a moment. I just scrolled too far back. Sherry, Sky Stevens, Lydia, you want a card? Yes. Okay, I'm going to try to get through these in order. Let me scroll a little back. All right, cool. I just didn't want to miss anyone. All right, Lydia, if you're on Facebook, and I think you are on Facebook, I see a little Facebook sign there. Go ahead and share the live, please, so I can go ahead and read you. Did you have a specific question, Lydia? You want to get a card, but is this just a general reading? It's fine if it is. Let me go ahead and get started for you, Lydia. Please do share the live. So Lydia, I like to always take a look at the present energies that surround you currently and then take a look at what we can do about it. So you've got the Four of Wands here in the reverse. You've got Star in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. A lot of internalized energy here. You're trying to work through a lot of things. So I would say that overall you're a hopeful person, or you have hope. And I think that this is the way that you generally try to solve things and try to work through things. I'm hearing that you're feeling perhaps that you're not very solidly on the ground at the moment. Yeah, you've got some fears here, something that needs to be released, like a scarcity mindset, poverty consciousness, things like that. Okay. You've got the Fool in the reverse. So again, I'm feeling hope. Like you're wanting to start anew, you're wanting to take a new step, maybe in a new direction, possibly. Go ahead and do that, because I'm seeing the Six of Wands. That's success. There's something you're considering. Oh, hold on. I'm not seeing the comments. Oh, thank you, Lydia. I'm seeing, okay, so general reading. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. You've got the Page of Swords here in the reverse. Let's get some additional cards around that. 10 of Pentacles. Got the 9 of Cups in reverse here. So yeah, these two cards are in direct opposite. They're not in congruence. Okay. There's something here that you want that you don't have. And ultimately, you're going to have to make a change. You're going to have to go in a new direction. I feel like there's like a decision or something that maybe you're waiting for information or something. Hey, Prachi, the message that you received is the message from everything that surrounds you that you had to hear today. Yeah, Lydia, you could be waiting for some kind of information or something to make a decision. Looks like there may be an opportunity or something that you're considering to make like a change or to start something new or to go in a direction, something like that. Go ahead and do that because it will ultimately bring you success. Because what I'm seeing here, honestly, is that it's kind of like what I'm feeling is it's like all over the place, you know? Like I get the feeling that you're not clear on what it is that you want all the time. So like, for example, with these two cards here not being congruent, it's like I'd like the happy, I want to be careful with saying happy ending because this is a card of success. Okay. It's a card of growth. All right. With the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, there's some happiness with that, but this is more about the end game. This is the long-term strategy. This is the things that we aspire to, 10 years from now. But then you also have the 9 of Cups here in reverse. It kind of negates that because this is the opposite of having that very thing you want. So from a manifestation standpoint, which is what I tend to focus on with tarot and everything that I do, we really need clarity. You've got the 9 of Wands. So again, retreating into self. You've got the Queen of Wands. You've got the 3 of Swords here. So yeah, there's again something that you're generally hopeful. I want to say you're a positive person, okay? You're not like this negative person or anything, but there's just certain things that you could work on. Oh, I'm seeing, okay, you're trying not to be so insecure. Yeah, so I'm seeing this back and forth. Ultimately, I think you have it in you. I mean, listen, when the cards, however I place them, I don't give it a lot of thought, but I always do tend to focus on what's literally in the middle, right here in the center of the spread. And I mean, it just stands out. It's such a beautiful card. Let me show you. This is success. This is confidence. More importantly, this is patting yourself on the back. It's like oh yeah, great job. It's recognizing that. Maybe you need to do a little bit more recognition of self when you're doing well. Okay? Like not beat yourself up. And always work on clarity. Making sure that you're clear on things so that you can manifest the things that you want and you don't have, these kind of like opposing energies here. Yeah, you need to do some of that shadow work. You need to do deeper inner work. With the moon here, with the 3 of Swords in the reverse, this is about releasing of things. I like the 3 of Swords. I think the 3 of Swords gets a lot of, negativity. Everyone talks about third-party energy and this kind of thing. But in the reverse especially, I think it's such a great card because it's like when you got so much going on right here, and you got so much emotion, and then all of a sudden it's just, and you just release it and you let it go and you use that, to your advantage, and you're able to create change and you're able to move forward. There's a lot of kind of like harnessed energy I feel sometimes with this card, and it's about kind of letting that go and using that as a catalyst for change. And with the moon here, you need to go inward. You need to do a lot more of that inner work. Because again, Queen of Wands, taking a look at the spread, it's like right here, you've got these more positive, beautiful energy kind of cards right here. And then around here, you've got everything else. It's like, it's kind of like the distractions. But I feel that you're ultimately responsible for a lot of those. But you've got the Queen of Wands here. So Queen of Wands she's got a lot of life in her. This is someone that enjoys living. They enjoy life. Okay. So ultimately, you need to tap into that, hold on to that. So making sure you're connected with your passions, making sure you're connected with the things that you enjoy, your reasons for doing things, and making sure that you're always like in alignment with that. That's going to help you build that confidence too. That's going to help you move forward. It's going to help you in so many ways. Okay. Because I get the feeling that Nine of Swords, Four of Swords in the reverse, you need a lot of rest. There's times when you're kind of like burned out. So yeah, but overall what I'm seeing is this feeling of a lot of like hopefulness, a lot of, so I do feel that you're generally a positive person. That's going to take you far. Let's see if there's anything else for you here. Oh, Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles here in the reverse. So taking the time to rest, taking care of yourself, also taking the time to make sure things are in balance. So perhaps you're the type of person to put in a lot of energy or a lot of focus on something you want to do, a particular project or whatever. And then you might be kind of hot and cold in that regard too. Okay, so just making sure that things are in balance. Two of Pentacles here in the reverse, taking the time for making decisions, discernment. I was just talking about decisions and discernments, and here's the Lovers card, which in the context of this reading also speaks to making those decisions, recognizing when some paths just aren't for us. There's a lot of almost religious reference to the Lovers, okay? Some paths are easier to take than others. Some are more inviting than others. Some are more tempting than others. So give that some thought, see how that resonates. You've got the Nine of Swords. So again, more swords energy, more like a lot of stress, a lot of, need for resting, that kind of thing. And the Wheel here in the reverse, things may feel like they're not flowing. Okay. Very well at the moment. They're not flowing because they're not in balance. Okay. That's exactly what that means. All right. I'm hoping that that was helpful for you and that that resonates. Let me know if you have any other questions. So Chrissy, did I answer your question? I don't think so. You wanted to know who was coming in love, right? It's a love question. I'm just kind of scrolling back here. Yeah. Okay. Chrissy, you're next. All right, Chrissy. So this is a love reading. Let's take a look at the energies that surround you at the moment and what could be coming next. Oh, Two of Swords in the reverse, Star in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, well, there could be someone in your life already, or someone that will be approaching you soon. Okay, the Knight of Cups is generally a very dreamy kind of guy, romantic, charming. Just be careful. Oh, good, Chrissy, you're here. Awesome. The Knights in general are a more kind of youthful energy a lot of times. Not necessarily saying that this cannot be an older person, okay? In terms of maturity level, not as mature as a king, for example, but generally somebody that, with the Knight of Cups, you have this more charming kind of like artistic, poet kind of, artist even type of energy or vibes to this person. So that could be very attractive. That could be very alluring. This person appears to have issues that they need to work on. I mean, we all do, but you just want to make sure that this doesn't end up in some kind of codependency or some kind of, negative exchange of energy, because with the Star in the reverse, that's also another major arcana card here, another, major energy. You want to make sure, for me, relationships should feel, especially at the end of the day, like they are rejuvenating for us. Like there's that, even or as even as possible. You know, things aren't ever going to be 50-50 kind of energy exchange. Okay. So both parties have to pour into each other. So just make sure that, you know, you're taking your time, because with the Knights, that Knight energy tends to move a little quickly. Okay. So this could be somebody that's professing their love right away, or just really sharing all of their emotions right away, which is fine. There isn't anything wrong with that. Just make sure that it's still stable, right? That it's grounded, that it's consistent. Especially because you've got the Devil here in the reverse and you've got the Star in the reverse. And with the Two of Swords also in the reverse, you're going to have to take the time to really make a decision here. You know, with the Two of Swords, people that find themselves in this kind of energy, they need to reconnect with their intuition to be able to make those decisions. So it's not so much like a mental, let me make a list of the pros and cons with this person. And that's not what I'm talking about. You're really going to have to dig in here. You're going to have to connect with the heart. Chrissy, I see your note. Yeah, you're single now. I'm talking about the energies that surround you presently. Okay. So with the Knight of Cups, I am seeing something coming rather soon. Okay. You may already know this person. It's possible. But I see the Ten of Swords here in reverse. I see the Magician. Yeah, with the Magician here, something, it's going to manifest soon. Someone is right around the corner, so to speak. And this person has those qualities that I just talked about. Okay, but you are going to have to be careful and take your time in making that decision on whether or not this is a connection that you want to involve yourself in, given some of this major arcana energy here. And these cards are in the reverse, especially with the Devil. Again, I was talking about codependency and things like that. So you want to make sure not to walk into that kind of a connection. With the Two of Swords, again, this is about making decisions, feeling that maybe you don't have sufficient information to make a decision is also part of what this card represents. But to get through that and to be able to make a decision on whether or not this is something you want to involve yourself with is to reconnect with your intuition. You're going to have to look inside. You're saying not now. Yeah, no, it's not happening now, but it's happening soon. With the Magician here, you can expect someone, it looks like, that's going to come in. If you don't believe that this is possible, or if you already have somebody in your life, I mean, you just mentioned you're single. I get the sense that this person is a lot closer than you may realize, that you may, you know, even be open to maybe at this time. So you want to give that some thought. With the Ten of Swords here in the reverse, it looks like you may also be needing to do some work around releasing fears and anxieties and things like that as it relates to connections and love and relationships. You've got the King of Cups here in the reverse. I do think that speaks to your availability and your willingness to move into something more serious, something more solid. You may not be there yet, and that's okay. No judgment. We all have things that we need to work through. But you've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So I do think that something is going to come about. Something is going to come together because you've got this more grounded, earthy energy with the Knight of Cups. It's not something that's going to happen very fast. He may appear soon, but if and when this becomes a relationship, this may take some time because the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight specifically of Pentacles, is the slowest moving knight in the tarot. It takes time, but it is definitely a kind of slow but surely kind of an energy with this card. Okay. It's going to require some work, especially with this King of Cups here in the reverse. Ideally, you want to move out of the energy of knights and into the energy of kings. Okay. As it relates to projects, relationships, whatever we're doing, whatever we're working on. Okay. But it's going to take some work to get there because it seems like you may need to do more of that inner work than this person. Perhaps the codependency, everything that I was talking about earlier, is not necessarily some energy that this Knight of Cups would be bringing into your life, that this person would be bringing to your life, but actually something that you may have within yourself, some kind of tendency, some kind of energy that you could potentially be bringing into your connections in general and into this potentially new connection too with this person. So just take your time, okay? Reconnect with your intuition, most importantly, just to make sure that you have that internal guidance as it relates to this connection, okay? And as it relates to your love life in general. I hope that that's helpful and that resonated. Thank you, Chrissy. I hope to see you soon again. And everyone that's on the live, feel free to to come back whenever I'm doing a reading. I hope to do these once or twice a week at least. It could be more. We'll see. Prachi, I just saw your note. Answer what question? Around the guardian angel? I already gave you the messaging earlier. Everything that I said earlier in your reading is what you needed to hear. Did you have a different question? I want to make sure that I understand your question. Yeah, what, Prachi? You wrote YAA, yeah. So I'm waiting for your question. If you're asking about your guardian angel, everything that I shared with you earlier during your reading is the messaging that I had for you. Oh, okay. You have a question around your health. Okay. Let's take a quick look at that. See if there's anything specific to your health. To make a suggestion, well, I'm not a doctor, Prachi. You're going to have to check in with the doctor to get specifics around your health condition, okay? That's something that I have to say legally, ethically, okay? But what I am seeing for you here as it relates to your health, okay, and I need to be careful with my use of words here. This is your overall wellness. You know, I'm not afraid to speak to what I hear and what I see in the cards. Karina, I just saw your note. And we will take a look at that in a little bit, okay? Thank you for joining the live. Go ahead and share it and subscribe. Wonderful. Thank you, Karina. I'll get to you in a few minutes. All right, Prachi, back to what I'm seeing here. I was saying that I'm not afraid to share what I see and what I hear. Okay, I do this in service of the receiver. My general sense and what I'm hearing is that as it relates to your overall wellness, you've got the 10 of Swords here, okay? You need to undergo a major transformation, a major change. I get the feeling that you're spending a lot of time in your head. You know, you're thinking through things, and that's okay. There isn't anything wrong with that. But the 10 of Swords is like it's a game over. It's a throw it all away and start from the very beginning kind of energy, okay? It is literally game over. It is the darkest night, the darkest hour within the night. That's what the 10 of Swords is about. However, the really wonderful thing about this card is that of the dawn, the new day that happens, that comes after, okay, the darkest hour of the evening. So it's about throwing out what doesn't work for you, what doesn't serve you. It requires some hard decisions be made. But ultimately, it's a card of change. It's about going through that very painful period and making some changes, because you've got the Queen of Wands here in the reverse. You've got the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. Because both of them, these two in particular, two queens in reverse, and especially this one that has to do with joy and living life, really loving and enjoying life, okay? There's some stagnation here. But on top of that, you have a second queen, and this one has to do with stability, foundation, the manifestation of your desires, finances, okay? This too is in reverse, so there is stagnation there, all right? You're going to go through a very difficult period, a very difficult time. It's what you're going through now. You got to throw it all away. You can't be afraid to start all over. There's got to be some major decisions, some major changes, okay? Because look, you've got the World in the reverse as well. Like your world is literally turned upside down right now. I can see that. I can feel that. Okay. But it's also the very last card in the tarot. Okay. It's about, again, new cycles, new beginnings. It's about starting over. Don't be afraid to do that. With the Queens in the reverse, you know, thinking back through the nights, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles also being a slow energy. We just talked about that with someone else's reading. The Knight of Wands, though, is urging you to take movement, some kind of movement. Small steps, slow steps are better than no steps. Okay. So I'm seeing that again, recurring themes, recurring messages coming in around having to make change. This should change everything for you. This should start to turn things around for you because you've got the Four of Cups. It looks like, you know, with the Four of Cups, you may also need to do a little bit shifting in the mindset because the Four of Cups is about focusing so much on the things that are not going well that you can't see the things that are going well. I would challenge you every day to think about and to speak out loud and only talk about the things that are going well. Ask yourself, put it in your phone, you know, put like a calendar reminder 10 times every 2 hours, whatever it takes. Ask yourself in that reminder, what is going well? You need to train your brain. You need to start thinking all the time. What is going well? What is going well? That's the energy that you want to focus on. Okay. So that you get more of that. Yeah. Five of Wands. A lot of conflict, attention. You know, the number 5, I love numerology. The number 5 is about conflict, tensions, about being stuck, not being able to make a move one way or the other. Okay. But the 5 also has like that fire, that, especially because we're talking about Five of Wands, again, that fiery energy. This is about finding that energy to move forward, pushing through. Okay. Seven of Wands here also in the reverse. So there could be some like arguments. I'm also hearing that there might be some drama. I think earlier we talked about a family member or something potentially being in the picture, or just kind of family drama, conflicts, things like that. This is something that you also want to let go of and release because that could be affecting you. You've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So it's about patience. We talked about that as well. Planting seeds, being patient as they grow. But this is also about tending to your garden. Okay. So all of this tells me that as it relates to your overall wellness, you have a lot of work to do. And you can't be afraid to do it. And you have to be consistent. Plant your seeds, tend to your garden, tend to your health. Okay. Take the necessary actions because everything here starts with this very painful period. Okay. But a dawn, a new dawn is definitely coming because that's the promise behind the 10 of Swords. You know, after that rock bottom, you know, game over, end of story, you know, we have to start anew. Everything resets. So you're going to have to take some major actions to turn your situation around for sure. And I hope that that's helpful. And this is the reading for what's going on with your wellness overall. All right, Karina. Do you have a stalker on your Instagram? All right. Yeah, there's some good cards in the tarot that speak directly to that. So we'll see. You got the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So this tells me that you are someone that you may be very involved with social media, but maybe you don't particularly enjoy it. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm feeling a much more earthy or organic kind of energy for you. You're so welcome, Prachi. Thank you. God bless you as well. Thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Karina, so more earth energy. Knight of Wands. So I think the way that you're coming across in social media, whether this is who you are or not, okay, the messaging that you're sending across social media is a more earthy, kind of organic, grounded energy. You've also got the Knight of Wands here. So it's possible that there is, I won't call him a stalker, okay, because I'm not seeing the specific cards like the Knight of, or especially the Page of Swords, for example. I'm not seeing that. But there could be someone that is interested in you. Maybe he's cold or has been hot and cold in the past. It's possible. You may have some kind of interaction with this person, but I just keep getting the sense that there's something that there's no, how can I say? There's definitely no interest. And I don't think that there's any kind of compatibility. Okay. Got the Magician. Someone here is wishing for something to happen or something to occur. Potentially, you've got the Nine of Pentacles here in the reverse. So I get the feeling, again, this is all about you here on this side and just your more earthier, organic, kind of energy. The Nine of Pentacles is also very much a single ladies kind of energy. Okay. So it's possible that you are single or that you kind of embody that financially independent and savvy and, someone that is not for want, okay? Or that you're coming across as embodying some of this energy to your viewers on social media. You've got the Hierophant here in the reverse. So yeah, I just keep getting this more non-conventional kind of interaction with people, or the way that you project yourself, like the images. This is how others may be viewing you. You've got the Sun here in reverse. You've got the Devil, and you've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything at all in these cards that specifically says, yes, you have a stalker on Instagram. I'm specifically looking for like the Page of Swords, maybe the Knight of Swords, but that didn't come up. So I wouldn't say you have a stalker. You could have someone that is interested in you, for sure. Or there are a lot of, if it's not one person, it could just be your overall audience, your viewers that may be interested in that image of you, how you're projecting yourself on social media. Okay. But I would say, no, you don't have a stalker on Instagram. I hope that that's helpful and that resonates. Let me know if you have any additional questions. Prachi, you want to know when I will be live? So I'm hoping to do this, once or twice a week. Could be more often. I need to update the YouTube channel description and really kind of set that. But at least once or twice a week. It could be more often. Just make sure that you're subscribed and you should see all of the notifications. So my Instagram ID, Prachi, is whitetable_tarot. I went ahead and I just typed it in. Okay. Lochen, I do hope that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for joining. I see that you're joining through Facebook. Go ahead and share the live, please, so I can go ahead and read you and answer your question. Go ahead and share the live, please. Okay, so this card wanted to jump out. Eight of Swords. Someone here is feeling victimized or is not seeing the bigger picture. There could be some additional information that either you feel you don't have or that your daughter doesn't have. I have a feeling that it's her in her mind. She's thinking through things. She's not sure. Perhaps she's not sure about whether she wants to be married, or she's not sure about the potential suitor or suitors. If they're multiple, she may not be sure what it is that she wants to do, honestly. You're saying that your daughter's marriage, it is not happening. I'm assuming that you mean that she's not married yet and may not be open to it, or are you saying if there is someone present, if she has someone, a suitor or somebody, and you're wondering what's happening with that marriage itself, if you could clarify that, that'd be great. I'm seeing her birthday. I'm seeing her age. Clarify if there's a suitor presently. What I'm seeing so far on her end, she may have other aspirations. She may, oh, thank you, Prachi. You're so welcome. It's nice talking with you too. All right, she doesn't have anyone. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think she's in the process of, or still, how can I say, like a self-discovery. Like, I feel that she has other aspirations, other ideas, other desires. She has the Fool here in the reverse. So she may be wanting like some kind of adventure. She could be wanting to try new things. She may be wanting to experience life. I immediately got in my mind that maybe she's arts oriented, or she has some kind of interest in the arts. This is something that she may enjoy. If she doesn't actually do this work, it's something that she may enjoy. Okay. But I get the feeling that she's like trying to look into herself to figure out who she is. She's not sure what she wants. She's not sure what she wants to do. She's got the Four of Cups here, so she could be focusing again on other things. Okay. She could be looking at things that are not working, or she's considering whatever she may be having going on in her life as not working for her. Okay. That would tie back to the Eight of Swords really well. She may have an offer in front of her. The Four of Cups sometimes talks about something that we're not able to see, something that we're not seeing because we're focused on other things. So she's definitely focused on something else. I get the feeling that it's related to self, related to art, related to other desires, aspirations. Okay. She's got the Death card here in the reverse. So she's hesitating. I can feel that she might be resistant, okay, to a change, like a big change, something like a marriage. But at the same time, with death and rebirth, specific to her, she could also be going through a big change personally, in her heart, in her mind. Okay, this is like a personal transformation. She could be going through that. And she's got the Page of Wands here. So yeah, I'm seeing more fire energy, more, it's a youthful kind of self-exploratory. I mean, if I'm going to move this up, if you see this, this young woman here, she's happy. She's full of life. She's playing. She's, because the card landed in the reverse, again, I'm just getting a lot of the same repetitive kind of messaging and energy. What I'm feeling, what I'm hearing is that she is very much exploring herself in a way, getting to know herself, figuring herself out. But I think that she's just not, even if this is happening in the subconscious, I feel that maybe she's not wanting to marry, or maybe not as open to marriage, but it's because she's very much focused on herself. There isn't anything negative here. I think this is about making decisions. This is about figuring out who, one is prior to moving forward with something as major as a marriage. That's how I'm seeing it. There's nothing negative here. I hope that that's helpful and that resonates and that helps provide some explanation. Thank you for your question. All right. So I'm seeing when you ask her, she says she's looking for an ad. So I'm not understanding what that means exactly. I don't know how marriage works where you're from. If there's advertisements, publications, I'm not sure what you mean by looking for an ad. Does she mean, or do you mean that she's looking for a partner? You're saying she's looking? Is she actively looking? Because what I'm seeing with what I saw with the Ace of Wands, you know, even if she's taking action on it and she's actively looking for a partner, I don't think her heart's in it. I really don't think that her heart or her mind is in it. I think she's very much like into herself, interested in herself, you know, loving herself. Let's pull some more cards and see if there's anything else. But she might be taking action, but I just don't see that she's necessarily open or wanting to move forward with marriage at this time. Yeah, with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Wands, the Star. Yeah, you know, 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. This is about, okay, so she wants to study. Yeah. The feeling that I'm getting, you know, and maybe she wants to study art, or she likes art or something along this line, or maybe she's interested in a program or a degree that is related to the arts. You know, I heard humanities actually just now, or something along those lines. But because she, as it relates specifically to her wanting or taking action or doing this advertisement work, whatever that may look like, it's leaving her tired. It's leaving her unfulfilled. Okay, you've got two cards here, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, that specifically speak to being tired, being worn out. Okay, she is a gyno, okay, so she's a doctor. Okay, peace, love, and magic. Yes, I am, of course. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe. Please hit share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll get to you in just a few minutes. So going back, Loken, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly, or Lochen. Yeah, she's, whatever she's doing in regards to marriage is making her tired. It's resulting in burnout. Or perhaps she's open. Again, I don't think that she is open to marriage. There's something else that she wants to do for sure. But, and it could be, you know, what you just said with the studying and everything. But again, I saw something around arts. Like it just came so strongly to me. There's something there. There's some kind of artistic desire, interest, something as well. And if it's not arts, again, it's that passion and drive inside of herself to do something. It's her joy, you know, her joy of life. It's how she wants to live her life. Okay, because marriage, the idea or the actions that she's taking around marriage are just making her feel tired and, you know, apathetic, if that makes sense, especially with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. And the 3 of Pentacles here in the reverse, she may not be open to working with others, working with partners, working in a group, you know, again, talking about the marriage. Like the 3 of Pentacles, the number 3 has to do with growth, has to do with families. Okay, from going from a couple to moving into the first child, you know, a family matter. And this is in the reverse. I don't think she's that open to it. I really don't. She's very hopeful. She's so hopeful with the Star card, but she's hopeful for either something else altogether, or she's hopeful for some kind of union, maybe possibly a marriage if she does choose that, but kind of like long term. This is not her primary importance. This is not her concern right now. Like if it happens, maybe it happens like in the future. Okay, I hope that that's helpful to you and that resonates. Karina, I already read you. I read you maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So you'll want to go back through the live and listen in. I did read you. I answered your questions. Thank you so much, Loken. I'm hoping that was helpful. Thank you very much. Please share the live. invite others to join in, to follow the page so that they can get their questions answered. You're so welcome. Thank you very much. All right, peace, love, and magic. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Great, great. What is your question? I don't think I've seen that come through yet. Did you just want a general reading or did you have a specific question? All right, general reading. All right, so what I see coming up. All right, so let's take a look at the energies that currently surround you. And then we will look at what's coming, okay? Oh, wow, you've got a lot of major arcana cards here with the Judgment, the Hangman, the World. So this is a time of a lot of, oh, thank you so much. Peace, love, magic. I appreciate that. I do have Cash App. Let me go ahead and type it in. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. That is my Cash App. All right. So Judgment, the Hangman, the World, a lot of major arcana energy. Okay. So if this is a bit of like a tumultuous time for you, and we are Mercury retrograde and there's, other things going on, so that could play into it, especially if you are an earth sign right now and or a more sensitive person, okay, to these kind of planetary shifts. But major arcana can also speak to the stepping in and kind of taking over a little bit by your spiritual support network, okay, with some of the messaging that they have for you. So this is kind of like a attention, we've got something to say or we've got something to show you kind of period of time in your life. But you've got the Four of Wands, so you are protected, you are stable, you've got a nice foundation. Overall, I do feel like you're like a generally well-dispositioned, like happy person, if you will, okay? So let's get a little bit more clarity into what some of this major arcana is saying and what could be coming up for you. Oh, Temperance here in the reverse. Okay, Page of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Swords. All right. So I immediately got the message that you really need to strike balance, okay? You also need to show yourself some grace and some love, either during these changes or things that you could be experiencing at this time, okay, with the Temperance. And with the Page of Wands, reconnecting with the more creative, fiery, passionate kind of energy, okay, that will help drive things along, that will help you take actions, inspired actions. Because with the Seven of Swords here, you could be needing a little bit more strategy, okay? A little bit more strategy around doing things. So it could require a little bit more thought. And you've got this Five of Swords here as well. Okay, so a lot of kind of mental energy. Oh, you're a Sagittarius? Yeah, awesome. Fire sign. So yeah, you definitely want to reconnect with that, because as a fire sign, I'm not seeing an abundance of fire cards or that fiery energy right here. Oh, you're in the process of moving. Okay, so perhaps some of this major arcana is speaking to that and all of the changes that moving can bring too once you're located in that new space, in that new area. The new connections, the new job, just everything that comes with moving. You're going to have to make sure that you remain grounded, okay? Reconnect to that true self. Sag energy, I love it. But Sag, for me, they tend to like that change, that hustle and bustle. They like a little bit of that adventure. Of course, we're not just our sun sign; we have other placements and things to consider. But yeah, there's going to be some changes that could You're a business owner and also a reader. Oh, wonderful. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining. Do you find yourself in your head a lot? Or maybe at this time? Because I keep getting that sense. And that ultimately thinking just for thinking without maybe writing things down or putting some structure around it, right, could serve as more of a distraction versus more thoughtful planning and strategy, and some of the things that mental air energy can be very fruitful for as well. And you're progressed Capricorn, okay, awesome. And your ex is stalking you and fucking with you. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. So he's stalking you online, you think? I'm not seeing some of the home run, I call them, cards around being stalked online, Page of Swords and that kind of thing. I know that you know what I'm talking about. I mean, that could be scary, whether online or in person. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Lol. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You've got the Two of Swords here in the reverse, Moon in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Are you moving because you are, you have a YouTube channel? Wonderful. Great. Good. Good. Awesome. If you share it, I will subscribe. I'll wait for you to pop a comment. I wanted to ask you, are you moving to get away from this stalker person? Because for me, the eights have a lot to do with mastery and, oh, that's how he stalks. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. You might want to consider some spell work. Take care of that. You could do something very simple if you have a photo of him or her and, just put it in a cup. It is very basic. Put it in a cup of water, toss it in the freezer, make sure the photo's, head down, like upside down, like in reverse. Do that and take care of that. Yes, away from him and the other rude people in this environment. Okay. Yeah, because for me, eights is about mastery and it's about starting new, right? Walking away from things that don't serve you. It's also, it could be karmic, but karmic in the sense of closing out rather, okay, with some of what could be those karmic cycles and getting past that and achieving mastery. But for me, eights, it's a very beautiful number. It's a very abundant number. I actually don't do spells, but I appreciate that wisdom. I'm a life path number 8. Well, there you go. There you go. I think it's a great number. It's got a lot of abundance around it. Even after going through some difficulties, there's still a lot of growth and abundance behind that number. I think it's great. It's a number of mastery and abundance. But with the Eight of Pentacles here, and especially, I prefer a lot of times the Rider-Waite with the traditional imagery of the card. But this one, if you're familiar with this deck at all, I see this person here in a much more kind of a working environment. Okay. Okay, Chrissy, I'm seeing your comment. I'll get to you in a few minutes. Please do subscribe and share. Thank you. So the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse, the Seven of Wands, Moon in reverse. You know what all of this tells me? What I'm hearing is that you really do got to focus on self, okay? Maybe do a little bit of grounding. Perhaps you're already working on that. This move is going to bring some of that energy. A lot of your work online. Okay, great. Peace, love, magic. Great, yeah. Wonderful. With the Seven of Wands, make sure that you are, I think you're going to get peace. You're going to get to walk away from some of that, hateration, because the Seven of Wands, you're aware, I'm sure, that with the Five of Wands, Seven of Wands, a lot of this for me carries a lot of similar energy with some of that unsolicited input or guidance or envy, jealousy, haters, and then, the person on the receiving end feeling guarded around that. Okay. But with the Seven of Wands, you kind of start walking away from that energy and you're elevated. You're kind of hovering above all of that, and it's no longer touching you. It's no longer affecting you. So I think that this move is going to help you get there. That's what I'm seeing. A little bit more grounding here. Some releasing of fears. You could be needing to do a little bit more deeper inner work, shadow work. We're also in Mercury retrograde, so it's very possible that you're already experiencing some of these things from the subconscious kind of coming out to light, okay? With the moon here, you know, nothing hides under the sun, and the light of the moon can also shine, right, on things. Yep, haters, you've got them. Got the Lovers here in the reverse, so there's, you know, if it's specific to this connection, clearly that may not end up going anywhere. But this is also, you know, I know you know this, a card of discernment, a card of making decisions, okay? Making sure that you tap into your intuition as well. You've got the World here in the reverse. So yeah, do some of that inner work, do some of that grounding, the Two of Swords, you know, making sure to connect with your intuition so that you get all of the answers that you're seeking, okay? And you get the messaging that you need and the guidance and the support that you need. I do get the feeling overall with all this major arcana energy, though, that you are very much surrounded by your spiritual support network, is what I call it. I have a feeling you can also tap into that and you can hear things. So that's something to do. That will be very helpful for you. You're saying, yep, I'm also a V8 Venus and Scorpio person. Yeah. Good. So you got a lot of water. Mm-hmm. With the Wheel here in the reverse and the Knight of Swords, you can expect change, you know, with this move. It's going to bring, I think, I get the feeling too that it's going to bring a lot of new things. It could be a bit jarring, I want to say, almost at first, if it's coming at you too much too fast. But there isn't anything here overall in the spread that I see that isn't working for you and in your favor. So overall, I think it's a balanced spread. You've got a little bit of everything. I think this move is very smart. The move was a smart move. What looks like an attack? The Knight of Swords? No, the Knight of Swords, you know, has, I hope you're not talking about that, but the Knight of Swords, you know, it's like a act now, think later kind of an energy. And so, but the way I'm seeing it with the other cards, you may have, as a result of this move, a lot of things coming at you. And I don't mean in an attack mode, but rather like it could be new opportunities. It could be new experiences. It could be a combination of things. Well, with the Wheel reversed though, so the way that I'm reading that, what I'm feeling, my sense, with the Knight of Swords next to it, it's things that you may not necessarily immediately open up to or embrace. And it could be as a result of this move. So I'm looking at it as new experiences, new energies, new things coming in. And you may be a little guarded because, you know, you're in a new space. You've just, you know, completed this move. You're starting this new life. Perhaps there's things that trigger you from the past or things that could be trying to resurface from the past. Okay, after you've made this move, you're trying to break clean, trying to start new. I wouldn't necessarily take it as an attack per se, but rather you may be slightly defensive. You know, things could come a little faster than what you feel comfortable with. And that's how I'm reading that Wheel in the reverse and kind of just being not open to some of that, not open to some of the change that comes with the Wheel. You're saying, yeah, my manager and a few neighbors are rude and I'm very suspicious of them for a reason. I mean, if they're irritating you, energetically speaking, then I completely understand. I would be suspicious too. No, I'm not a Pisces. I am a Taurus. I don't have Pisces in my chart anywhere either. Most of my stuff is actually in Taurus, but I do have a sprinkling across different signs. I'm a Taurus. Taurus, Cap rising. Yeah. Okay. I hope that was helpful and that resonated. Thank you. Peace, love, magic. Again, if you drop your YouTube channel information, I'm happy to subscribe and check you out. Thank you. All right, let's see. I got Chrissy. Thank you. I'm seeing that you want to know what's coming for you in love this year. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I give you a Pisces vibe. Neptune, let me look. You know, I've got like the top 5 memorized, and Neptune, I'd have to go back and look at my chart. I don't remember off the top of my head where it is exactly. But I can definitely come back and comment. I'll comment as soon as I wrap up the live. I've been on for about an hour and a half, probably be on for another 10, 15 minutes or so. And I'll post. I am definitely a Taurus. Oh, thank you so much, Peace, Love, Magic. I totally appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Chrissy, love. Let's take a look at the energies that surround you at the moment, and let's figure out what could be coming after that. 4 of Wands in the reverse, Page of Wands here, 8 of Pentacles, the Tower. Mm-hmm. All right. Four of Wands and 7 of Wands. So you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that you've got some things here that you're desiring for sure. Okay. It could be something even a little bit more serious, honestly. It could be, you know, marriage even. So just some kind of foundation. It could be a long-term relationship is what I'm getting, is what you're desiring. But, you know, you could be with the Hermit here in the reverse. You know, I feel like there's got to be something that you're releasing or something that you're afraid of, because there's, you know, you got the Tower here. I don't necessarily see that as something that's coming up for you right away, but it could be something that you're either afraid of currently or something that you may be dealing with at the moment. Something that's upsetting, something that's changed. Maybe it's work related, or something related to that earthier, kind of more grounded energy around manifestation of your desire. So it could be that while you may want something very much, you may also be kind of afraid of it, or just something here that is something that's not allowing it to manifest, like some kind of a blockage maybe. Okay, you've been single for a long time, okay? Yeah, generally what I'm getting from your internal condition, your heart space, your feeling is that with the Page of Wands, and, you know, I look at court cards as a level of development or levels of maturity, okay? And with the Page of Wands, while this is something that you may be desiring, and it's still like a fairly immature, and I'm not talking about your attitude or your age. I'm talking about the willingness and the readiness to open up and to go after it, or to actually allow it. Okay, like that is not as far along as it could be. And it could be because you've been single for a long time. You may find it a little difficult to get back out there. Okay. So with the 4 of Pentacles here in the reverse, there's, again, I feel like that guardedness, that close hold, that kind of like a protection, you know, just wanting to be protected. And maybe you're protecting your heart space and not necessarily wanting to open that up, you know. And let's see here. I don't know who this Tarot Destroyer person is. Gonna block. Don't blow up my feed. You've never been in a partnership. Okay, so I mean that would explain what I'm just talking about, you know, not being ready or as prepared for a partnership and possibly fearing it. All right. But you got to break out of that shell. With the Hermit here in the reverse, again, I'm just getting that sense is more internalized energy. With the 4 of Pentacles, it's more about that guardedness, that, you know, and there isn't anything wrong with enjoying your own company. There isn't anything wrong with wanting to spend time with self, okay? And to be comfortable spending time with self. Okay. You've got the Chariot here in the reverse, 7 of Wands in the reverse. So yeah, I'm just getting the sense that there's just not a lot of movement in this area. You've got the 3 of Swords here in the reverse as well. It's possible that you're getting sick being alone. Okay. So let me go ahead and block this person that is blowing up my feed. How annoying is that? You know, there could be some heartbreak, some discontent with that. I can see that with the 3 of Swords here in the reverse. You could be really, like you just said, sick of being alone. I get it. You've got Strength here in the reverse. You've also got 9 of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, the majority of what I'm seeing here, this reading, is very much that more internalized kind of energy. This is how you feel. This is how you think. This is what's going on inside of you. And ultimately, though, I feel that you do desire some kind of partnership, some kind of companionship. Oh my gosh, this person keeps popping up. Let me block this user. Tarot Destroyer, get the fuck off my life. You always put yourself out there, but for some reason you don't find it. Yeah, I'm getting the 10 of Cups here in the reverse. You know, there just could also be overall some stagnation, some blockages with some of the energies of these cards. There's so many of them that are reversed. Sometimes it's helpful to consider the lessons that you could learn from the cards that come before the ones that keep showing up in reversal. I mean, I'm seeing that in terms of, you know, just looking at the 9 and 10 of Cups, for example, with these two being in the reverse, you may want to tap into and embody the energy of the 8 of Cups, which is more along the lines of letting go of the things that don't serve you. Okay. Doing that inner work, really taking a look at what may be going on, your feelings. You know, when we want to make things happen, when we want to manifest things, we have to be in state. Okay. We have to be in an emotional state that supports the desires that we're wanting to manifest. Okay. So if you're really wanting to be in this partnership, you want to be in love, you want to share with somebody, or you want something more serious, you want marriage, whatever it is that you want, you have to be able to feel it inside. So you're going to have to walk away from feeling loneliness or looking at yourself as a single person or an individual person. You're going to have to find ways of embodying that more partnership, that more love kind of energy. Okay. You're going to have to really get yourself into state to be able to manifest that for yourself. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, with the 3 of Swords again in reverse, if we consider the energies of the 2 of Swords to help you move past this reversal here, you know, the 2 of Swords is about tapping into your intuition. Okay. Tapping into your intuition to be very clear on what it is that you want and you desire for yourself. Yeah, with the Chariot here, you could have some fears in moving forward. Yeah, with the 2 of Wands, I kind of see these as very similar energies here. 2 of Wands, it's about thinking, it's about planning, it's about looking out into, it's about patience, it's about waiting for your ships to come in. It's about, you know, you're looking out into the horizon, okay? And you are trying to see what's available for you. You're very much kind of looking forward to the future, looking forward to the long term, but at the same time, not actually taking any steps. And you said that you put yourself out there, you always put yourself out there, but for some reason you don't find it. I'd be interested in knowing exactly what you're doing, what kind of actions that you're taking, okay? Because according to what I'm seeing here, there's still some hesitance. So kind of like at the beginning of the reading, we were talking about wanting something, but also kind of fearing it. And we can't have that incongruence when we really want something. We have to be completely clear in our heart and in our mind, and they have to align. You're so welcome, Chrissy. I'm hoping that was helpful and that resonated. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Shilpa, I'm just seeing your message. Thank you for joining the live. Go ahead and share the live, please, so I can read you. It's what I'm asking everyone that's watching, everyone that I'm reading, is that they share the live, please. So you're saying that during COVID, pending salaries you took from your office for your mother's treatment, but HR is telling you it's loan money. No one told you it's loan money. When they gave it to you, you have to pay it to them. But why should I pay? Those are my pending salaries. What will happen? So you took like a pay advance? So during COVID, but I'm understanding your question to be, during COVID, you took like some sort of pay advance for your mother's treatment, and HR is telling you it's a loan, that no one had told you it's a loan, that you have to pay it back. But why should you pay it back? Because those are your pending salaries. So these pay advances, they are what I'm understanding is that, so no, they didn't pay. So wait, did you get, so you're saying yes. Okay, so this pay, so they pay, say they paid you next month's salary in advance. They just gave you your money now. So you're still working for this employer, I suppose, and you're paying off what they gave you. That's what I'm understanding. That you have to, so you took salaries. Okay, so you took salary that you still have to work for, to earn. Okay. All right, hold on. So you want to know what's going to happen on whether or not you got to pay this back. Okay. I don't need to pay. Those are my salaries pending with them. But you got to work for it before they pay you. The question is, did you do the work for that money? So you've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. You've got 9 of Pentacles. You've got 9 of Cups also in the reversed. You've got the Chariot. So what I'm seeing, the 7 of Cups is not represented here, but these cards are in the reverse. So there's something happening with the energy of the 7 of Cups. And so now I took because now I need for your mother's treatment. Okay. So I understand that you took a pay advance and now you need to pay it back to your employer. They didn't let you know. Obviously, this didn't make you happy. There was some misunderstanding, or there was something that wasn't properly communicated. Okay. And what I'm seeing is there's something going on with the energy of the 7 of Cups, which is about making choices, which is about discernment, which is about different options, so no pay advance. So I'm not understanding the question. I'm sorry. I understand that you took some money to pay for your mother's treatment, but it's a loan. HR is saying it's a loan. So those are your salaries pending with them. That's what I'm not understanding. I understand that that's your salary. If you already worked for that money, then you shouldn't have to pay it back. So the pending with them is they didn't pay during, your employer didn't pay you during COVID. Okay, I understand that. Okay. They didn't pay you during COVID. So they've paid you now at some point. You took that money for your mother's treatment, and they're saying that you need to pay them back. However, they didn't pay you during COVID. So now I understand. Okay. I still see, based on these cards with the 7 of Cups, that's not present here, but with these 2 cards in the reverse, you got to go back. You have to consider the lessons from the previous cups. Yeah, I understand now. So you worked, but you were not paid. Yeah, and COVID company was down, so they were not able to pay at all. And you took your pending money. Yeah, no, I understand now. I understand. There's with the Three of Pentacles here in the reverse, there's some difficulties at work. There's some disagreements, just like what you're saying. Okay. And there's a lack of teamwork, not enough communication. Okay. I'm seeing that this is a situation you want to walk away from, or just something that you don't want to deal with. I do get that as well. With the Nine of Cups, I'm not seeing that this is going to end in a positive way. There's stagnation, like I already mentioned. Within the Seven of Cups, there's some decisions that I feel that you have available to you that you may, yeah, the HR is manipulating. I can see that. With the Knight of Pentacles, though, what I'm seeing is that you're being very careful. You're being too careful, and you are working too slowly to make these decisions that you need to make with the Seven of Cups. Okay, there's something I'm seeing, that there's some kind of decision, there's something that you could do. I don't know if it's like finding a lawyer, for example, or something like this, but there's something that you need to do, or there's some decision you may need to make that I'm thinking you're taking too long to make that decision. Like, I feel like there's some stagnation with that Seven of Cups, and there's not enough action on your part. There's got to be something that you could be doing to, let me fix this camera. I feel like there's something that you could be doing, like to, improve the situation, if that makes sense. Okay, hold on. All right, that camera is a little wobbly. It's fine. So with the Chariot here, don't be afraid to, again, make that decision and move forward, okay? There's definitely something that you need to do, or that could be done, okay? You said you wanted to know what is happening. There's a Queen of Swords here, energy. There's a Page of Wands energy as well. It's in you said, yeah, you need to talk to your directors. Yeah, there's something that you need to do that you're not doing. You're not moving fast enough. Okay? With the Seven of Cups, you need to have the conversations, or you need to take the actions, and I'm not seeing you doing it. And you're being told with the Chariot, that horse energy, to move. You're being told to move. Will you win? So I tell you, I do feel that this could be representative of your directors. You might at first have like a cold response. Okay. They may not be open to listening. All right. I do see the Page of Wands energy here. This is not the best time. At the same time, it's saying that while you need to take some kind of action, this may not be the best time for the kind of answer or the response that you are waiting for. Let's go ahead and shuffle again with your specific question around will you win? All right. Will Shilpa win? Will she win this argument, this disagreement, this issue? So you've got the High Priestess here in the reverse. There's some additional information that you may need to consider, actually. There's something else that you may not know. The directors might say something. They might give you some more information when you meet with them. I think you should meet with them. I don't think you're going to get the answer that you want. I think they're going to respond like in a cold way. You have all the proof. That's good. Keep your proof. Make your case. With the King or Queen, rather, of Swords, I mailed for pending salaries and they paid, but now they call it as a loan. Yeah, have a conversation with them. The one good thing about the energy of the Queen of Swords is that it is like a very, it's fair, okay? It is fair. I don't think you're going to get the response that you want. I think the response will be cold, okay? It will be professional. But I don't necessarily see an immediate solution here. I don't see it. There's too many cards here in the reverse, and you've got the Six of Wands in the reverse as well. We'll get another card to clarify that, because, yeah, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to wait, okay? With the Seven of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Seven of Pentacles here, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to be patient, because this is going to take some time. All right, with the Six of Wands here in the reverse, you will not have immediate success here. This is a card of victory, of winning, but only if it's upright. In the reverse, I'm not saying it's not happening, but it is going to take time. So yeah, go ahead and share your proofs, because like I said, with that Queen of Swords energy, they are going to, it's almost like a judge kind of energy. They're going to take their time. They're going to look at everything and they're going to make decisions accordingly. So it will be fair. It will be impartial. It will take time. Okay. With the High Priestess here, there's something that may come as a surprise to you, something that you may not know yet, some information that you do not have, something that the directors are going to tell you. I'm not saying that it's going to change your position, but I think that there just might be some additional information or something that you don't know. With the Four of Swords here in the reverse, again, this is going to take time. Make sure that you're resting. Make sure that your mom's, being taken care of, that you're focusing on the things that are most important. That would include your own health, okay, and your own well-being. Because you've got this King of Wands here in the reverse. This is something I feel is going to take time to resolve. That's all. It's not a will I win. It's not an immediate response. Yeah, Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles here. I would say that after a process, so it's good. You're saying good or bad? It's definitely good. It will just take time because you got all these cards here in the reverse. So it looks like after a long process, it looks like there will be some sort of agreement that's going to take place with the 3 of Pentacles, but it's going to involve everybody. Like it's going to, is the more information good or bad? I'm not clear on that. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just think that there's something that you don't know. Typically, the High Priestess speaks to not having the full picture, not having a full understanding, for example, not having a full knowledge of something. So if it's not something, if it's information that you don't know at the moment, you will have this information, okay, at some point in the near future. This could also be speaking to how you feel. You just feel like at the moment, right now, you feel like you just don't know. You don't have full connection with this High Priestess energy. The High Priestess is all-knowing. She knows everything. Does that make sense? You feel like you don't know everything, like there's something missing. Like there's, it could also be about transparency. Maybe you feel that your employer is not being very transparent, and that, would be perfectly reasonable. That makes perfect sense. With the 3 of Pentacles, though, in the upright, at some point there is going to be a little bit more cohesion. There's going to be more teamwork. So this is a very positive card, and it's also the number of 3. The 3 is the number of growth, okay? So it's expansion, addition, multiplication. So ultimately, I would say that overall, this will favor you. This will go in your favor, but I just think it's going to take a lot of time. Your promotion and your pay hike, your pay raise is now. So will it be impacted? I don't think so. Not with the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles, I was just talking about the number 3 being growth. I'd say that the 3 of Pentacles could speak to that. It could be very much related to your promotion and a pay raise, and that is not going to be affected. Everything looks good there. Let me pull out another card just to get additional information on the pay raise and the promotion, specifically with the 9 of Wands, and you've got the 2 of Cups here in reverse. Again, as it relates to the loan, the pay, that the pending pay, we just talked about, I think that's going to leave you kind of tired, bored. It's going to take some time. Like I said, it's going to be like a battle that you might be working at for some time until it is resolved. But you have the 2 of Cups here in the reverse. You may feel like there's like a less partnership, okay, in the workplace. You may not feel, this might leave like a bad taste in your mouth, but overall, I don't think it's going to affect your pay raise or, your pay hike or your promotion. The 2 are not related. They're not related, Oh, and look, the Queen of Swords again. This is good. She came up again. Again, this is a very cool, cold, calculating kind of energy, but it's also very fair. This is a kind of energy that is, it's a good energy to have as it relates to these kinds of issues. So I think that they will be fair and impartial in their review of your case in your claim. Okay? So I hope that that's been helpful and that resonates. Let me know if you have any more questions. Doris. Yes, you can ask something, of course. Go ahead and ask your question, Doris. I hope you're still online, Doris. Doris, are you online? All right, Doris, if you get back online, I can go ahead and read you. I'm just going to move this camera here a little bit. Yeah, if you feel, Shilpa, if you feel that you are correct and right, and it does sound like everything you've shared with me is reasonable, I don't see why you wouldn't win. Yeah, of course. God is with us all. I believe that as well. I just think that it's going to take a little bit of time. That's all. The most important thing is how you feel about it. I did. I saw a lot of positive cards, especially that very last one. Yeah, and I don't think that this is at all related, nor will it affect your promotion or your raise. It will not affect it. So you'll be fine there. All right, Doris, I'm going to wait another minute or so and see if you have any questions. But otherwise, I'll go ahead and close on tonight's reading because I'm here a little over 2 hours now. Doris, are you on? Oh, Shilpa, you're asking about your promotion? Will you get it? All right, let's go ahead and ask. Well, what I'm seeing here, you have to be more patient because it's something that's on your mind a lot. It seems like it's really something that you think about all of the time. And the Page of Pentacles here says that it's pretty early. Okay. The energy is the right kind of energy with it being the Pentacles. This is the energy of Earth. This is the energy of manifestation, of concrete, things actually happening, things actually taking place. But it's still a very early energy. It's like an immature energy. It's less developed, less progressed kind of energy. Okay. So I'd say that it's very likely to happen. It's positive that it will happen just because of this King of Cups here. This is something that is going to bring you like a lot of like emotional fulfillment. Okay. It's also the right kind of energy in terms of having the kings. Okay. The kings are the most developed energies. This is the most progress that you can have. But with the 10 of Wands here, it's something that I think you're going to have to work very hard for. You're going to have to work hard for it. And with the 9 of Pentacles, yeah, you're really going to have to show your skills. Okay. With the 9 of Pentacles here, you may find yourself working alone a lot. So I just think that the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, they're very much feeding into the other. Okay. I think it's something that you're going to have to work for, but I also think it's something that you will receive, and it's something that's going to leave you also in a more abundant position. Okay. Because with this Nine of Pentacles, this is a very abundant kind of position. So we're going from the the Page of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. This is the kind of progression that I like to see when answering yes or no questions. So there's definitely movement in the right direction. There's a lot of progression. You know, there's the Page, and you know, you keep going. But yeah, this is good. I'd say yes. Overall, with these cards, I'd say you will get it, but you have to work for it. You're gonna have to work for it. You're also gonna have to be a little patient. You're gonna have to, because it seems like you're thinking about it a lot. So it could take a little bit of time. I'm hearing like the end of the year, or closer to the end of the year. Whatever the end of the year looks like for you. All right, so I didn't see that Doris came back on. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night and goodbye. And thank you everyone for joining. I will make sure to do this more often. Like I said, at least a couple of times a week. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel if you're on YouTube of White Table Tarot, or if you're on Facebook, go ahead and like my page, White Table Tarot, to keep up with all of the free readings, as well as a bunch of other content around manifestation and abundance, which is, you know, my favorite area to really focus on, in my area of expertise as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.